This is Goosen, everybody. Goosen is just when he's acting.
This is the story of Birdie, my adorable and talkative cat who brought a kind of happiness into my life that I never expected to find in a cat. When I was growing up, we always had dogs in our home, so for years I assumed that if I ever got another pet, it would naturally be a dog. Then I walked into an animal shelter in Alabama and saw Birdie. His little face was covered in dirt and he looked tired and uncertain, but there was something about his eyes that immediately caught my attention. I couldn't explain it, I simply felt that I needed to give him a chance. I learned that Birdie had been found wandering the streets. Someone had brought him to the shelter, but he had already lived in several different homes. For reasons I never fully understood, he kept ending up back at the shelter. But when I picked him up, I saw something different. He seemed ready to trust someone again. So I brought him home. And that's when Birdie showed me just how much personality one little cat could have. He was playful, affectionate, curious, and sometimes completely ridiculous. Birdie had experienced an accident that caused him to lose part of his tail. Sometimes he would tuck the remaining part underneath a chair, and if someone sat down without noticing, they could accidentally pinch it. It was an unfortunate situation, but Birdie never allowed it to change his cheerful personality. He remained friendly and loving. I often called him my silly goose because he didn't behave like the typical cat. Whenever he wanted attention, he would scratch at the comforter or another soft surface. It was almost like he was saying, "Hey, come here, I'm trying to get your attention," and it always worked. People who met him often told me that Birdie seemed more like a dog than a cat. Maybe growing up with dogs had influenced the way I treated him, but Birdie had another quality that made him unforgettable. He was incredibly talkative. Birdie seemed to have something to say about everything. If I spoke to him, he answered with chirps and trills. Sometimes his voice sounded almost like a little bird singing. Other times he changed his tone depending on what he wanted. When I called his name, he often answered immediately. It was like having a tiny conversation partner following me around the house. And his conversations weren't limited to humans. Birdie loved talking to the birds outside the window. He would listen carefully to their calls and then answer back. I couldn't understand what they were saying, but Birdie seemed completely convinced that they were having a conversation. Even though Birdie is almost 6 years old, he still has the energy of a kitten. His toys are some of his favorite things. He loves pushing them underneath furniture and then figuring out how to retrieve them. Sometimes he makes the challenge harder than necessary, almost like he's testing his own skills. And if he sees an empty box, he has to investigate it. Birdie loves boxes. Every empty box becomes a new little hiding place. He climbs inside, looks around, and settles down as though he has discovered a private apartment. But after all that excitement, Birdie loves nothing more than being close to me. He sleeps beside me, curls up in my lap, or rests at my feet. Those quiet moments are incredibly special. Sometimes I tell him that I love him more than anything. He can't answer in human words, but I feel like he understands. His purrs, his little chirps, and the way he stays beside me say enough. Birdie has become my little buddy, my furry ball of happiness. He makes me laugh when I need it, keeps me company when the house is quiet, and somehow makes ordinary days feel more meaningful. Sometimes I think about how easily I could have missed him. If I hadn't gone to that shelter, I might never have known he existed. I might have continued believing that a dog was the only pet I wanted. Instead, I met Birdie, and he completely changed my mind. He came into my life looking for a home, but he gave me much more than that. He gave me laughter, companionship, affection, and a friendship I never expected. His past may have been uncertain, but he finally found somewhere he belonged, and I found a little friend who always has something to say. Birdie taught me that sometimes the best relationships happen when we're not looking for them. You can make plans for what you think you want, and then one unexpected animal can walk into your life and show you something completely different. That's what Birdie did for me. He's not just my cat, he's family. and every day I'm grateful that I saw that little dirt-covered face and decided to bring him home. If Birdie's story touched your heart, please like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe for more touching and inspiring animal stories.